EHang 184 is the safest, smartest, and eco-friendly low-altitude autonomous aerial vehicle aiming on providing medium-short distance transportation solution. Early in 2013, EHang started a disruptive and revolutionary plan of making this new generation of autonomous vehicle. This vehicle is set to match three philosophies: absolute safety by design, automation, and sync flight management platform. In 2011, EHang's founder and CEO Hua Zhi's best friend Chen Ji deceased from a flight accident. Shortly after, Hua Zhi's helicopter coach also lost his life when a helicopter malfunctioned. Those two accidents erases Hua Zhi's determination of designing an absolute safe aerial vehicle. In 2013, Hua Zhi dropped everything, starting from designing bigger motors and augmenting his flight control system. In 2014, Guangzhou EHang was founded and commercialized the Ghost Drone 1.0 as a consumer product. And at the same time, EHang 184 project continues. With a reunion with its alumni and old buddies in the industry, EHang established its core engineering team associated with EHang 184 AAV that included Sun Xun and Liu Renping, whom Hua Zhi worked together back in 2005 and built the first coaxial double-rotor helicopter in China. This is how we started. This is the uncultivated land that we use for test flights. During the raining season, we can only fly inside. Sometimes we test the AAV in the dark of the nights. It doesn't always go with what you expected. We took the data, analyzed the root cause, and get back to flying once more. The journey of EHang 184 is paved with obstacles, but we keep making unremitting endeavors to successfully achieve the design KPI of prototype during the test flights. And this leads to the official project kickoff of EHang 184 AAV. EHang designed and developed our own propeller dynamic testing system. This is how we have done it. EHang attracted the best talents to work on structural design, industrial modeling design, and manufacturing delivered by top composite material team. All part of EHang 184 are designed and produced by ourselves. Here comes the official testing for EHang 184 chassis, group of engineers on site, troubleshooting and reload. We have the application designed for EHang 184. After setting up the flight plan with a single click, user can take off on any location, sit, relax, and enjoy the flight. EHang will always keep in mind of its humble beginning, put our heart and soul with the products we build. Absolute safety by design, automation, and sync flight management platform.
他一直从小就是一个很有想法的孩子，总是有奇怪的点子冒出来。
王家从小就与人不同，我们一直很相信他的才华。
现在，启动。真的起来了，上面感觉怎么样？
太神奇了！
实在是太不可思议了，这个车居然可以悬浮起来。我相信大家和我一样，一定很想知道当中的秘密。但是现在，矿产资源，磁悬球形车，简称悬浮车，它的设计运用了非常超前的尖端科技，巧妙地将地下的矿产资源转化为它的能量，从而驱动汽车行驶。
慢点，前面危险，慢点。
从来没见过这样的汽车，就好像是在电影里看到的呀。
悬浮车有一个功能是自动驾驶，声控系统能识别人声并开启自动导航。
导航回家。哇！
悬浮车还有一项特别的功能，就是它的安全感应器。它能根据自身行驶速度和周围车辆的距离，计算出最安全的行驶距离。可能发生危险时，汽车就会自动刹车。
咋个的嘛你？
我真的为我们孩子感到自豪，他确实有些与众不同。
晚上，没错，说的就是你。
It looks like a prop from a sci-fi movie, or possibly a ride from an amusement park. But don't be fooled. What is it like when you're in this and you lift up off the ground?
Well, you know, it's going to sound kind of cliche to say this, but it really truly feels like a magic carpet.
The Muller Skycar is a vertical takeoff and landing flying car. The pods, called nacelles, rotate to direct thrust. Inside each are fans powered by 2 engines. Why 2?
You've had engines there. I've had an engine. I've had more than one engine fail on occasion, but the electronics takes care of that. The electronic brain adjusts everything instantaneously. You don't even know you lost it.
Muller couldn't find the rotary engines he wanted, so he built his own from scratch. The Skycar, which is very unstable, can only stay aloft thanks to sophisticated computers, which he insists eliminate human error.
We've done this thing with the engines. We've done this thing with the computers. 2 parachutes. I think the parachutes are there for psychological reasons. I don't think we're going to need them, but they'll still be there.
Muller has been working on his flying car idea for more than 30 years, along the way spending more than $200 million on something many aerospace experts say is impossible. He is, by most accounts, an aeronautical genius, possibly the only person to get a doctorate in engineering without ever taking a single undergraduate course in anything.
It's often called a flying saucer because it looks a little like that, a Jetson vehicle.
He has designed dozens of eccentric flying machines. Models of them line his workshop wall. And in the 1970s became possibly the only person to pilot a flying saucer.
It was great fun. It was really great fun and exciting. I mean, when I came down after a flight on this thing, I'd be high for the day.
But his enduring dream is that flying car, which he thinks could save lives and radically.
Mojave is about a 2-hour drive into the California desert from Los Angeles. And most of that time is spent staring at bumpers.
God, this traffic sucks!
You deal with this, and yes, a flying car seems like a great idea. The truth, though, is that much of this technology is tried and true. The first part of Deger's flying car plan hinges on this gyrocopter. These types of vehicles have been flying since the 1920s. They're cheap, relatively easy to build, and pretty reliable. Instead of running on a motor, the propeller gets its lift from the wind as the craft goes forward.
Incredible, man. It's crazy. You just get like this totally different perspective.
If the engine cuts out, the copter would just flutter down to the ground, like a leaf falling out of a tree.
My adrenaline was pumping right before we took off, but you know, like the second we were in the air, I mean, you just...
Yeah, there's a lot to see, and it's pretty here. And
sort of forget about it all, yeah.
And as you saw, I mean, obviously we can land anywhere out here.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect place.
The gyrocopter takes care of the up part of the flying car puzzle. But you still need something to deal with the roads. For that, Dejer has this slick concept vehicle. The goal is to marry the two and have something that turns just about any road into a runway. When that happens, okay, if that happens, the select few willing to give it a go will taste freedom, while the rest of us rot on the 405.
This week, the Dutch company Palv announced the first flights of its prototype flying car. This unique vehicle is called the PUL V1, or the Personal Air and Land Vehicle, and it marks the start of a new era. On the ground, the vehicle drives like a sports car. Within minutes, its rotor is unfolded and its tail is extended. Then it is ready to take off thanks to the advanced gyrocopter technology. With these successful test results, it's proven that it is not only possible to build a flying car, but also that it can be done within existing international rules for both flying and driving. Having passed this important milestone, the company is now inviting investors to join them in creating the future. The next step will be the design of the first commercial production model of the PUL V, and first deliveries are expected in 2014. For 100 years, people have been dreaming of a flying car, and many attempts have been made to realize this dream, but now it has truly become a reality.
Skyrunner is part all-terrain dune buggy, part light sport aircraft. It's essentially a flying dune buggy. On the road, it's an ultimate off-road vehicle. You can go in the sand dunes, go off-road, dirt roads, moguls, very rugged. You can get 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. Its top speed is 115 miles an hour. You transition from road mode to air mode by taking the parachute out of the back. You lay the chute behind the car, engage the prop, so the prop works separate from the wheels. So in about 30 feet, when you engage the prop, give it thrust, the parachute comes over your head, and at about 300 feet, 35 miles an hour, you're gonna get lift. In the air, you'll get about 55 miles an hour with a cruise distance of about 200 nautical miles. Out of the factory, this thing will do about 15,000 feet. You're limited to 10,000 feet above the ground with a light sport pilot license. The simplicity is pretty fantastic. As a pilot, this is several times easier to take off and land than, say, a Cessna. This is very intuitive. You're using the gas pedal to give you thrust. So let's say you're coming down to land. If you feel like you're coming down a little too fast, you would just push the gas pedal a little bit, you would level off, and you would just let the ground come up and meet you. Very easy to land. When you see it, it looks like something out of a movie, maybe a James Bond film or a Batman film. Very angular design. So we saw it as sort of a wealthy, adventurous toy. We saw it as an outdoor recreational enthusiast. But what was fascinating is to see how the market translated it. Ranchers and farmers would come to me that were about to buy a helicopter. Pipeline companies that spend $1,500 an hour on helicopters could then use these and save a lot of money.
Thank you.